locals, farmers, loggers, miners, all of you. We are back in the Yukon 16X map. That's right. I'm Senior Honcho. I'm going to take you on a tour of this behemoth map, one of my favorite maps of all time. It is a giant 16X map based on the Yukon. Thanks to Honor for putting this together from RGC. Let's get going. Let's take a look around. So this is our overview map. We see lots of different viable areas in here. We see the Yukon River cutting through here with different elevations here and there with many farmlands set up in a town. Let's take a wander around. We're gonna need to buy ourselves a vehicle to get around, I think. Let's do that first. Let's see what we got. Uh, cars and bikes. Let's do. Oh, look. Yeah, I'm gonna grab myself a quad to run around on. We'll do that. And yeah. We can always adjust that later. Let's just buy that and let's get going. I'm excited to see this map. All right, all set on that. I'm not hearing any sounds. Am I not hearing any sounds? Interesting. Is my game volume down? Let's check that real quick. Oh, I know what it is. Give me 1 second. I know why I'm not hearing it. Set my headphones to my regular headphones. There we go. What are we listening to? Let's turn this off so we can talk. Okay, let's head down the road and see what we've got. We have the river there, a nice little launch area. That's pretty cool. That'll be nice for barges and whatnot. And I haven't been on the 16X map for a long, long time. It's going to be a lot of driving. I will tell you that much. Nice rail bridge coming in across. So some of these areas may look familiar because the backcountry map is a subset of this map. Let's head off this way, because I do believe this will take us into town and across some of the fields. Some nice fields out there in the flats. Right next to the rail. I love this road and rail setup. Very realistic. Look at that. Got a double even. Nice. That's pretty cool. Heading around town. Little residential area. It's very cool. Looks like we've got a silo over there. Very nice, very nice. Alright, let's... Oh, check out the high school with the football field and everything. Oh, that's cool. That's nice. Little church here. Or at least it looks... Maybe it's a church? No, it's just a funky farmhouse. Okay. That end looked like it might have been a church. Some sheds. And I bet, if I know Honor, he hid some something in this map somewhere. Yeah, little warehouse area. That's kind of cool. A little drive-through. We got something going on here. Right now we're just perusing. Got all kinds of buildings and whatnot here. There's a little trail back behind. Oh, look. Oh, must be our animal dealer. Nice. Horses out there. The paddock and sheep. I think I heard some cows when we came in. Cool. Oh, there's our train. Let's go check out the train. Look at that. Nice train setup. Oh, and there's the other train. Ooh, we almost ran into that one. Cool. Nice, nice, nice. And again, running down the rail. Let's see where this will take us. Looks like there's another rail bridge up here to the left. And the road splits off to the right. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Oh, got off into the weeds a little bit. Looks like that's a good little spot to set off into nature. Cut away what you want out of the Yukon. Nice mix of trees. Another spot. Let's go off to the right and head south instead of following the river around. Nice little rail crossing there. Very nice coloring in here. There's our first big set of hills there as we get out away from the river. Wow, those are massive. Those are some pretty big hills, I must say, This map just goes on forever. Like, got the pedal to the metal, just cruising out here. We're still not to the bottom edge of the map. Alright, let's see which way to go. Let's go over this cute little bridge, because I like cute little bridges. Looks like we've got a creek that runs through here. Very cool. Good mining areas in here with the creek bed flats going each way. Nice long cuts along the hills. Nice. Me, I'm a lumber guy. I like seeing these nice pine stands like that. That's always good lumbering opportunities. Gosh, and so let's see, how much of this map have we actually traversed? Jeez, all that driving, and we started here. Like, I drove like forever, and we're just here. I still have all the way down there to get to, and we didn't even touch any of this stuff up here yet. Because we were almost like in the middle from where we started. My goodness, huge, huge map. Huge. Play on this for years. I think I did actually. The first time I found this map, The first version of this map I was playing, I think I did play on that for about a year and a half and didn't even come close to to buying out the whole map. And that was back before we had Terrafarm. Head back here into the woods a little bit. Kind of follow this hill around. I want to see if I can hit that road that goes along the bottom of the map. We'll go to the outside. There's a lot of areas I'm still excited to see. This is the old mining area. In the old version of the map, Honor had laid out different mining sites that were just completely filled with like pay dirt, and then you scoop that up and process it in out of these large cuts. It was pretty cool. He had a mountain that had a coal mine in it as well, for doing the processing chains to diesel. Coal was part of that processing, and the dirt processor and all that stuff. I believe all of those production chains should be available in this map as well. Oh man, so big. I don't even know where I'm going to start. I have an idea of where I like to start. It's not way out here. When we get there, I'll point it out. But yeah, it takes about 20 minutes just to drive across the map. It's so big. So big! Like, according to our odometer, we've already driven 4.5 miles from the store. And we're still going. We still haven't reached the bottom of the map. It's crazy. Like, if you ever said, oh, you know what, I did everything on this map I could do, I'll call you a liar. I don't think it's possible. It's just so much map. Head back south again. See if we can't get south. What's over here? That looks interesting. I want to take a quick little detour down here. Look at this deep cut down here. Whoa, check that out. That's awesome. It's kind of scary up here on the cliff. Alright, alright, alright. I see some potential there for some things. I love the scarceness of the trees. I mean, part of that is because it's a 16x map. You can't have like super dense trees all over the map because it'll take up too much of the resources for the rendering and all that. But I like the density is to where it still feels woodsy without being like in your face woodsy. So like if you did want to farm out here or create like some fields for farming out here, you could still do that without having to spend, 2 weeks doing lumber clearing like in some of these tighter areas. Like these are definitely lumber areas where you'd have to come in, you'd have to spend some time blocking that out and moving all that wood out of there. So I like the diversity there. What's going on with me? Pausing every 5 seconds. It's probably because this map is so big. That's probably why. Or maybe it's buffering. Hey, let me see. Not. Oh, I've got a high drop frame rate. Let me see if I can't fix that. How could I fix that? Oh, my audio's good. It's just the visual that's dropping. Hmm. How can I fix the drop frames? Let me see if I... Yeah, I know. I know, Clayton. Good to see you, bud. Um, what? What kind of settings can I do to make this stream a little better? Let's see. Well, let me try killing some things off and see if I can free up some memory. I'll let Bird entertain you for a little bit. I'm still dropping a bunch of frames. What is this? Oh, is it just my internet sucks right now? Let me see what I can do. Let's see. I need this window. Um. Well, that didn't help me at all. Let's see if I do. See if that helps at all. Let's try that and see what that gets us. Alright, so I think this is the southern road. Let's see if we can find the southern edge of the map. I'm guessing it's probably going to be the top of this ridge. Oh, that looks like the world box right there. Yep, there we go. Alright, so we finally reach the end of the world. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. Don't get stuck there. Oh, come on. No. Oh, you turkey. I broke myself. Alright, well, we found the bottom edge. We may have to reset and start from the store again. And then we'll go a different direction. Ah, hard fail. Darn it. I wonder if I can super strength myself out of there. Eh. Oh, look at me go. I'm so awesome. Alright, we're back in business. There's always a bigger fish. Whoa, Nelly, that is wow. If you get vertigo, not a good place to be. All right. Let's see. I'll have to see. I'm gonna have to Google that and see um, what I can do to try and improve my video performance on this. I think it might be that this map is pretty taxing on the system. I mean, it is a 16x max. It is a 16x map, so yeah. But I did want to show it off as much as I can. Lots of driving. I think we're going to see a lot of trees and hill going this way. Alright, so where are we at on the map here? Let's, oh, we're saving. Please hold while we save. I need like elevator music while it's saving because it's going to take a minute. Need a little bit more patience with the 16x map because it's a lot of data. It's a half a gig download just for the map file. And I think this is the first save. Yeah, this is my first save on this map. So yeah, we've been driving for a little bit and we're only here. We got a ways to go yet before we get around there. We might can if we cut across here, you can see this lake. I don't know about this wetland area though. We might not want to do that. I think we might want to stick to the road and check out this area. Oh, there's a little bridge crossing there. We missed our ferry crossing over there to get to the islands. And I believe there is no road bridge. This is rail. There's a rail bridge that goes across. There is a road there. So there's a road around the north side of the island, but the only way to the islands is this ferry or take your chance with the rail bridge, I believe. Oh, it does look like there's a road that cuts up there. Maybe there's enough side by side that we can get over there. So we'll go check that out. But we'll also want to check out this creek. This area right here. Is that the area I like? I don't. The old map was set up a little different, but somewhere in this area is where we're going to want to play the center area of the map. I am probably going to want to be close to this lumber mill because I do believe this is a lumber mill there. Yep, Brian's sawmill. Yeah, I don't think I have a named place on this map. Liquid manure, that would be my place most likely. Katie's there. Selling point generic products. PD's Woodworks. Warehouse. Rent a train. Old Ben. Green West Silo. Warehouse. Vehicle Workshop. What do we got here? The Whiskey Factory. Nice. The Yukon Market. Gas Station. Yukon Smelting. Nice. And PD's Woodworks. Selling station generic products. What else is in here? We got this. Grain West Silo. Rent a train. And these are all going to be rent a train stations. Other than that, it's pretty much the wild northwest up here. Okay, let's keep what? See if we can get across the See how long it takes us to get it across the bottom of the map here. We've already gone 7 miles. Let's see. So time, mark time. We're at 25 minutes. See how long it takes us to get to the other end. I'm just going to pedal to the metal all the way across. Now I'm only going 37 miles per hour, so you know, other trucks and stuff like that. If you're, you could do some long haul trucking here. You can get up into the higher gears out on these flat roads and really start whizzing by some trees. Here, the only way we're whizzing by trees is if we get off and stand next to a tree. If you get my drift. Alright, I think we're gonna need a little bit of music. Let's see. La musique? No. Let's see. Pixel tunes. Sure. That's good, kind of good driving music. Nope, sorry, can't do it. There we go. This is Senior Honcho's favorite station. Little salsa to drive by. I have an idea that might help the frame rate. Might have to kill some of my graphics for this map. Still going. Still going. Yes, so this is definitely a map that I'll be setting up auto drive on, because I'm not going to spend all my waking hours driving across the map. I don't believe any auto drive is there. So if I do set up an auto drive map for this, I will share it out. These roads are wide enough for 2-lane auto drives. So if I do that, I will create a... Oh, here's a change. Looks like we're gonna hit some elevation here. Still not to the eastern edge of the map yet. Still driving. I like this because with a map this size, it's almost like having the best of both worlds between like an open world driving game and a work simulation game. Because once you get to where you want to go, I mean you're sending stuff like across the map instead of just like, oh, we'll just take it down the road for a couple seconds and then drop it off. You literally have to truck it across the map. So it's pretty cool. I mean, you can literally set up like a fleet of vehicles and not have them like all congested in one spot. Like when you're going, like if you're literally like hauling stuff, it's gonna take like 20 to 30 minutes for the round trip, depending on where you're at on the map. All right, we're starting to turn north. Once we get to north, we'll check the time. We've already been driving for 5.5 minutes just to get this far. So a little bit crazy on the distances. In this, okay, so we can kind of see the edge of the map over there, right? So yes, it was right there at, I'm gonna call it 6 minutes from where we were at, because we're just a couple seconds shy of 6 minutes. So that's crazy. So yeah, I mean, if you're on a work site back in this corner and you want to sell something up in, you know, to the store or up in town, hey, you gotta dedicate yourself to that one. But just, oh, look at that view. That's awesome. Yeah, for the record, I don't know what that little tractor icon thing is in the middle of my screen. It's one of the mods I have loaded up right now. I'm sure somebody knows what it is and can tell me how to. Somebody told me once how to get rid of it. I'm like, oh, that's how you do it, and I forgot. Or I can move it. I think I can move it. Let's see. Let's see if I can move it. I can't move it. That's course play. I don't want course play. Oh, it's part of course play. That's what it is. I think. I don't know. Maybe not. Let me see. There was like, it was like a combination of buttons or something I could do when I had it cursored, but I don't know. Anywho, we're heading back towards the river. We're gonna see if we can't get over into the middle of the map. I'm gonna leave like the north corner, because I don't. And it's gonna be a two. I mean, this is gonna be more of those really cool views. I want to get over. We could off-road over to the ferry, but I want to get into the islands in the center area. Where I like to be. I want to see if we have roads on the islands and what those look like. That should be a pretty short trip, and we'll come around and we'll come back on to. Let's just see. We're gonna go over this bridge. Yeah, we're coming up. We're coming up on this intersection here, and that's a rail bridge, but it looks like we might have a road there. If we have a road there, we'll cross there. We'll head over the island. We'll give the island a quick tour. And then we'll head over to the lumber mill area in this creek. And this should be, if I'm right about this, this should be a gorgeous little spot up through here. And then we'll, set up camp somewhere. I think we'll set up camp in this area here, these smaller lots here, because they don't cost as much here. Some of these larger ones, as you get to the edge, are quite expensive. We're almost 4 mil for that one. Or 2 for that one. 2 for that one. That's 3.5 mil for that one, and so on. 3.2. So definitely, if you're looking to start off, you're going to be center of the map where these spots. Even this one's 1.2 million. So that one's 3.8 mil. This in here, 694. 1.1, 1.7. So definitely areas in here that you've got to spend some money on to get. This one is probably going to be one of the prime ones along this creek for 2.1 million. So not anything you're definitely gonna have to work your way out. Obviously, these smaller fields are going to be if you want to get started farming, you can do that pretty easily by buying some of these fields up. Um, some of the larger fields are obviously going to be more. That one's 274. This one's 184. This 13, 236. So those are going to be your big fields. Obviously, if you want more land, you can clear some of these areas out here, but you're going to spend a lot more. But you'll have the space to create some massive, massive fields for those. All right, let's keep going out to the islands, man. Especially with this song on, it feels like an island song. Yeah, buddy. Okay, I can see the river out there on the horizon. Let me see if I can't... I don't know if I can change display settings while I'm in-game. I might have to do that outside of game. Oh, we hit another save. Might have to increase my time in between saves just to accommodate for the drive time. Because anytime I drive somewhere, if I hit save, it's gonna, or if I hit the menu, it's gonna do an auto save. We haven't done anything. We bought a vehicle and we drove around the map. So the only thing it's really saving is our new location. So yeah, that's that. Let's see. Game settings. Let's see if I can do something about my settings or not. Graphic settings. Let's crank this down one level instead of high to medium. Let's apply that. And see if that doesn't improve what's going on with my system here. Not quite as dynamic. I think it's my GPU still adjusting to the new frame rate. That's weird. Feels like it's worse at medium than it was on high. Okay, well, this is our turn. Oh. Yeah, this is kind of what I was worried. I was wondering if my rig was going to be good enough to stream this giant map. And I'm not sure it is. Still seeing frames dropping. Sorry, I'm looking over at my OBS while I'm trying to drive, so I'm like distracted driving. This is why you don't want to do distracted driving. Luckily, I've got wide open spaces, room to make a big mistake. Let's see. Balanced out. I'm still dropping frames. still dropping a bunch of frames. Alright, let's drop it down further and see what happens. No, stop. Thank you. Let's see how crappy I can make my game look. Low. Is there a very low? There is a very low. It's like it heard me and just clicked over. Resolution, scaling, brightness, in-game HUD scale, 100% VSync. I wonder... Maybe turn off my VSync. We can reduce our draw distance as well. Let's see where we're at with very low. And we could work with our LOD distances. Render quality, shader quality. I think these will all turn that into custom. Yeah. Alright, let's try that and see what happens. Let's see if we can stream this. I really don't notice that much of a difference. Some of you out there may go, "Oh my god, that looks so bad," but oh, ooh, I'm seeing some weird graphic effects when I do that. Oh, I don't know if I like that. And if I don't see an improvement on the frame rate, that might just be my system and not have anything to do with my graphics whatsoever. Because this is pretty shoddy looking. I will say I can see a difference. And it's disturbing. I feel like my graphics card is hating me so much right now that it's screwing up on purpose. It's like, why do you... This is like putting a big guy on a tricycle. No. Okay, this is a road bridge, not a railroad bridge. The train's actually going over top. That's cool. That's cool. Liking that. Liking that. Oh, what's this? Is that a sign? Is this my sign? What is this? What do we got here? Is this a... Oh, it's the Rent-A-Train station. Okay, cool. Cool. That's a big overpass for a train. Wait, can I go... Wow, look at... Wow. It looks like the ground is moving on me. Ew. That's disgusting. No. And it's not improving my drop rate at all. So, you know what? That's... I just can't do it. I just can't. I wonder if that's the VSync. Hang on, let me keep it really low for a second. As much as I hate it. Let me turn my VSync back on. See if that fixes that. It did not fix that. My ground still looks like it's like I'm sitting in water. Oh god, that is so awful. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back to. I'll go back to my high setting that I was on, and then I'll see if, because my game was running fine. I guess my frame rate. I guess it's got to be my upload speed is just junk right now. All right. Oh, yes, please. Oh, so much better. Yes, let's not do that again. That was an awful experiment. think we gotta go up here and make a U-turn on... Oh wait. That follows the rail that way, but I want to follow the rail this way. Hang on. We're just gonna off-road it and go up this way. And see where this rail goes. Later on we can make roads where we want them. Woohoo! Reminds me of when I was a kid. Except I was on a motorcycle. I had a little Suzuki motorcycle. Just a little 100 that I would ride down the side of the railroad to my fishing spot. Those were the days. It's just like this too, just a little extra space on the side of the railroad. Just enough where I wouldn't get run over by the train. And then it would break off onto like a little 2-track off on the side like this. And you just go off and on the side, follow the tracks. Alright, I think we're going to pick up a road here though. Let's see. There's a road there. Oh yeah, look at that. And it's nice and wide for us so that we'll be able to get trucks back and forth on this without interfering with the train or getting smacked by the train. Because that's the worst. When your vehicles get smacked by the train, they go flying. Flying! Alright, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to stay on this road for a little bit. Check out the front side of the island. And then we'll come back around and then head off over to the lumber mill over there. We can see it across there. I do believe up here on this bridge, if you did use the backcountry one, because I've streamed this area before. This is where I set up camp in a different save. Cleared all this stuff out. Oh, widen the bridge out too. So here's a lumber sale point right here. If you're selling off the lumber. So you can sell your lumber off right there, and if we take a look, it's got this cool little floaty log section right there where we can do a log drop, and then the lumber mill is just across the river right there. You can see it across the river. So it's really cool little setup, a little bit of realism there for that. And there goes our train, and you can rent the train here. So if you want to load your lumber onto a train, or if you've got a mill set up over here where you want to send off pallets, you can do that there too. And then we have, and this road wasn't here before. So in the backcountry map, there isn't a road, but now we have a road that takes us along the north, or you can keep following the rail that way. Which is good, because this is actually exactly what I'm doing in my other save, my backcountry map save, is creating this road. I've got my road tight up against the trees instead of along the shore. Either one works though. So it's nice to have this little section. Nice. Oh, and he flattened it out too. Cut it into the side of the hill. Nice. I was going to do that. I was going to have you just rock it over the hill. And then here is our ferry launch back to town. So that's where we've come all the way back around to the town. You can see all the buildings in town there. So that's awesome. I love having the little island road. This is great. This is what I was missing in the backcountry map. It's a little more rustic on that. Cool. So driving around the island, we'll pick up the rail here again. and be able to follow this back to where we were. And I do believe there's another cut for us to go on the south side of the island. So we should have a rail crossing coming up. Yep, right here. Head to the south side of the islands. Nice hills in the middle. With this kind of center creek type of area. So if you want to cut into the side of a mountain with some mining, do that. And I do believe there is a spot I did want to show. It's really cool. Up on Climb the Mountain. Just look how big this is. Catch a really good view from up here. Kind of center of the map. High elevation view. I love these kind of vista views. Just is awesome. And this being center of the map, you can see nice and far into the distance on the different ones. So we'll take a little view of each side of the map here. So that's the south side of the map there. We drove along the back of that. It's kind of where we came out. Let's see, is that the bridge that we crossed? That was the bridge we got onto the island with, but we were actually way over there off in the distance, and we drove along the back side of all that. So this is all in front of where we actually drove down the back. So lots of area there to explore on this map. And then if we take a look around more north, there's this beautiful creek with the waterfall steps in it. So we have multiple drops in this water system that kind of cuts through the middle. You can see we have a road that goes up into the back part of that, and then this creek. And we're gonna drive over there in a bit and get a closer look at that. And then over we have like kind of the swamp flats in the middle there, and then back over the river into our farm country. So you can see the fields over there in the distance, and then town is just across at, towards that corner there, and you can see our roads there. And even on the island here we have our little, and this is the part I wanted to show on the island that I missed when we drove by it before, because we drove right by it. I didn't really stop to take a look. So I'm just gonna kind of yeet myself down the hill. There we go. Whoa, but not into the water. So we've got a little pond up here at the top, which would make for a really good, sluicing pond, and a nice little cut area up here to mine if you're so inclined to mining. And then you have this roller coaster of a way down the waterfall. Oh, I actually kept it on its wheels. Oh, I'm so impressed with my driving skill. Check out that gorgeous waterfall at the top. Another little creek area here. And then you're back down, and there's the flat. This is where I actually set up camp on my other save. Right here. And started cutting through those woods there. And into this hill. That's the bridge with the lumber transport area, and another waterfall right there. So we got a double waterfall up the side of this hill here. So really pretty area to work and kind of see what's there. I'm gonna head back over And that creek is shallow enough to drive through. Well, at least on the backwoods map, it's shallow enough to drive through right there, which is really nice when you're getting back and forth. We're going to head over to the south side of the hill here. Not much more to see on the side. Just, I think there is a stand of trees down here for lumber. Yep. Right down there at the bottom of the hill, we've got a tree stand for lumbering. Which, once you have it all cut down, make for good farming as well. That was kind of my plan on the north side of the island there, is clear those trees, set up some fields, which I actually think I have in that save. I actually have it to where I have a field, because with the new DLC for fishing, you can, I was planning on setting up the production chain for fish food, so that we can have a fish farm in the Yukon. Now, this part is not shallow enough to drive across. You have to take a bridge. You will lose your vehicle off in that. I am not going to demonstrate that today, because I want to show off more of the map. Okay, and that's the islands in the middle of the map. Whew, long tour. I mean, hour in and we've only covered about half the map. Alright. So I am going to leave parts of the map for you to explore on your own, because it is a really great map to just, you can spend all day just driving around and checking it out and looking at, seeing the different areas. Which which is one of the things I fell in love with in the first version of this map that I played. Is I could just drive all day and find new areas and little places to explore. And there's, you know, some variance from point A to point B, and it's not all the same. Although, you know, if you think about an area as vast as the Yukon, there's a lot of land that is the same. Let's see, where do we want to go? We want to go up to the lumber mill. Check out that view. Isn't that awesome? Having that waterfall as a backdrop. So we've got, we'll stop here on the bridge for a second to snap a picture. Click, click, click. Oh, we got a little sign here. Edge and Sharp Sawmill. Okay. So here we've got like our little lumber pond with the little tug to push logs up to the mill. And then some processing area out here where we can pick up pallets and whatnot. Nice lumberyard out here. And this is all, you can purchase this and make it part of your own productions as well. That'll set you back a little bit, because you're going to want to have the land around it too, because I believe all these lumber yards are part of the land sale. And then head down here. This is probably where we're going to set up camp, out here in these woods, and start running this stuff to the mill. Some nice tree stands here that will get us our first work, and do that, and then we can expand up into these creek areas where we can start doing some digging, because right now we don't even have enough for Lucifer. Lucifer's over a mill. We could lease it, but that's kind of like lame. We don't lease, we buy. So this is a really cool grade, and we're going to want to cut in at some point and check out the creek bed area that's up here at the top of this little plateau. And then we're going to start setting up shop. Oh, that's a really cool feature. Well, I will say I have not explored this part of the map too much. So let's head off and see what we can do. It looks like we actually have a road for us. Oh, you know what? There's a tree. That's a nice tree. I like that tree. Okay. Let's turn down the music a little bit. Ooh, this looks a little deeper than anything I want to drive through. Okay, we'll do a little save here. And then I'll turn down my music a little bit. Now that we're done driving. Well, we're not quite done driving yet. We're close to being done driving. And we'll start setting up camp. General settings, radio, sound, radio volume. I have it at 30%. Alright, well, we're going to turn it down some more. Let's turn down the game volume notch too. Okay. There we go. That's a little better. Okay. Well, this does look like it might be shallow enough for us to drive. Be carefully. No. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's not shallow enough to drive in. Oh. That's sad. At least not with a 4x4, or a four-wheeler. An ATV. Well, that's just Stinkowitz. Okay, well, that's, huh. We're, kind of stranded out in the woods. With wet pants now. You know. Huh. We cannonball. We'll go for a little swim in the frigid Yukon waters. Just go for a little run. I mean, running on this map, not recommended, because it's really big. It's really big. I mean, it took us, what was it? It was like 20 minutes or so, 10 minutes? No, 6 minutes to drive across the bottom of the map with a vehicle. Can you imagine how long it would take us to run across this map? Forget about it. So here's a little prepped area for mining. You've got some pay piles over there, a nice flat area to set up your equipment and make a base out of. Now, this is also one of the more expensive places to set up shop. Oh, you know what? Speaking of setting up shop, I do believe... do I not have... Oh. Oh, I heard it. Okay, I do have it. I'm like, oh, don't tell me I don't have store deliveries on a map this size. On a map this size, having everything delivered to your store is not. It's just there's realistic and then there's just ridiculous realistic. And for me, that's ridiculous realistic. Some things I will say, okay, yeah, you know what? That let's go pick it up. That'll be fun. Um, but other things, it's just like, no, I don't want to spend 2 hours driving to it. Uh, of course, did I just reset it into the water? Am I that much of an idiot that I just did that? Oh God, nuh-uh. L- Let me. Such a moron. All right, let me see if I lift this out with. I can't lift it out by hand because I have to swim out to it. Oh my God, I'm such an idiot. Golly. Fine. Fine. Why didn't you put it out here? Okay, just wait. Let's just. Oh, that was so dumb. Just so dumb. Reset it again. Yes. Fine. It didn't cost us anything. Well, that was nice. That was nice. It didn't cost us anything. We have a nice, clean, wet vehicle. All right, let's keep driving. We'll just nothing to see here. Nothing happened. It's okay. It's all good. It's all good. What? Oh my gosh. Sometimes I just impress myself with how stupid I can be. That's epic. That's epic levels of stupidity right there. What was I thinking? Well, let me set my store in the water. Okay, speaking of water, look, there's a nice pretty pond down there. We're gonna roller coaster our way down because I don't want to drive all the way around the corner because I'm going opposite the direction I want to be in. I'm just gonna skirt this mountain here and then we'll drop in so you can get like a bit of a sky view on on the area. Of course, I don't want to screw up and drive into the waterfall. That would that would be not bueno. So I'm being very careful because I know the waterfalls are around here somewhere. Okay, there's our waterfall. We are not going to try. Oh man, it looks like I could drive through there though, doesn't it? It looks shallow enough. We try it. Yeet. Oh, we made it through. Yay. Okay, we're good. All right. Crisis avoided, but oh, man, snap a couple pictures up here too. Click, click, click. Purdy. It's purdy. Alright. Now, I don't want to... Oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Ow, 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 ow. Oh. Oh. That's, in Senior Honcho died in the Yukon. Oh, look. I respawned. That's... Yeah, that's unfortunate right there. Yeah. Let's see. Raw. Raw. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Nothing to see here. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. It's all good. It's all good. We're all good. What? Roll down the hill on my head? No, that never happened. Ah, that'd be silly. Just, just driving along the edge of the woods here. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh boy. The Yukon's a dangerous place, by the way. Not for the weak of heart. Yeah! There's a tree. Where's that road that cuts through? Oh, we're almost there. I'm like, where's that road that cuts through the middle of the trees? There's a lot more trees here than I thought. It's definitely where we want to set up camp. Alright, let's see. Where do we want to start from? I think we got to start by buying some land, right? All right, let's buy some land here, because I think this is the area I want to be in. We're close enough that we can haul wood back and forth from here. I mean, the mill's right there. It's easy peasy. 108. That sounds pretty good. Should be plenty there. 176. Ooh, we're not spending that much. Let's do this so we have more money to spend on vehicles, and that way we can quick clear this land. Because I think if, let's see, that should give us enough to maybe get an area where we can mine. Because I kind of want, if we, how much is this area? This area here, oh, that backs up to it but doesn't include it. That's just 27. Dang, that's the 2.1 mil. We're not getting that. 1.2, we might be able to do that. Not a lot of great mining to go there. Maybe we come back over here. That's 694. Like, where are we gonna go next? After we do this area. Because I think we want to do somewhere where we can mine next. Oh, this one's got a mining spot on it. 1.2. That might be the spot. But that looks more like a coal mine type area. We could do some coal mining. Kind of want to do some gold mining. This is going to be a lumber area out here. Man, that's pricey. Oh, we're not touching any of these big lots for a while. 17. 17 looks promising. We could get in there on 17. 1.7 though. I don't know. We're gonna have to see how much we make out of 41. Once we, because what we'll end up doing is maybe we'll buy the mill, 230. Because we'll make 230 easy. Maybe we buy this, and oh, we could mine out here along the creek on that. Yeah, we could, yeah, I think we'll do that. And then I don't know how much the mill would cost to buy. Let's go check that. We're really close. Let's go check out and see. So we're kind of getting a plan together, kind of figuring out our future. Let's see how much it costs for the mill. Because if we own the mill, then we can sell off the pallets of goodies. And because I don't think buying, I don't know, maybe buying the land, you buy the mill too. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see, we have our marker up there. That's our Selwood marker. What? Oh, there's a dude here. What's the dude say? Hey, dude. What you got to say? Start a conversation.
I don't know you. Let's change that. My name is Noah. I am a 45-year-old male.
And I like walks on the beach.
My hair is red. I like licorice and walking through the woods.
Oh, sorry, walking through the woods.
Coniferous trees to deciduous trees.
Yes. And I have a large stick up my butt. Hi, Noah. Tell me more.
You want to know more? Then I will comply with your request.
Wow, can you be any more robotic?
My father Harold is a retired carpenter. He built a successful carpentry business focused on chairs. He did many other things as well, but chairs were his favorite.
Yeah. Did he like the stools with no seats?
Carpentry company, Charismatic Woodwork. Yes, exactly. A pun as a company name.
Yeah.
That's him, a jokester through and through. And he always wanted me to step into his shoes. But as you grow up, you start to develop your own interests and do not necessarily share a knack for unnecessary amounts of wordplay. I'd rather provide the raw wood itself. That's why I'm a lumberjack, doing the lumbering. There are so many factors to keep in mind before you can even start thinking about carving something after the wood harvest. Type of wood, its quality, age, moisture levels. Being a lumberjack, I start the process even earlier than the usual wood carver. I plant the trees.
Then I jack my
I have
wood.
to think about the quality of the soil, the climate, the forest composition, etc. Tending to trees is akin to conducting an orchestra. Achieving harmony is essential to creating a symphony of beauty in every little
Story is
masterpiece.
so long, I'm gonna start sawing
I am
logs
the
here.
conductor. My family is just playing some out-of-tune trumpets, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. That does not sound very nice. I get what you're saying. I really don't, but continue. Okay. Um, mm,
To
okay.
continue the story, however, lucky me, my sister Melissa took over his workshop. She is quite the skilled carpenter, always wanted to work in his wood shop, and so our father granted her wish.
Melissa always likes a little
I
wood.
never really got into carpentry the way my father and sister did, but I do in fact like carving wooden figurines. Both my sister and I have a talent for wood carving. The moment we were able to handle a wood carving knife, we were competing to carve the most elaborate figurines. It's still up for debate which of us is more proficient at wood carving. She primarily
Melissa's
uses
always tend to
basswood.
be around
If you ask
6-inch
me,
tall
that's enough to
figurines
end
for
the
some
debate
reason.
right here. She used to live in Silver Run Forest. Her figurines are quite popular over there. She still holds that over my head.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that is much more information than I
I think a
expected.
lot of words were said now. As I have to proceed with my business, I wish you farewell.
Oh, I wish to never speak to you again. How about that? Let's see. This is my Sellwood spot. There's got to be a production purchase trigger around here somewhere. That's what I really want. Maybe buying the land gets me the mill? I don't know. I don't know. Usually you can buy the productions with... No, I don't see one. There's the drop off here. Okay. It should be like, I think it's a little gear icon somewhere. If you see something, shout out. Oh, should have looked at this before. Is it in the wood stacks? There it is. It is in the wood stacks. I remembered. Oh, it's a little wrench, not a gear. Buy production point. How much is the production point? 400,000. Okay, so 230 for the land, 400 for the productions. We're looking at 630 total that we need to make after the purchase of this land over here. Okay. Oops. Forgot my bike. I'm a bad motor scooter. I'm gonna get on my bad motor scooter and ride. Yeah, because then we'll get all those pallets out there of different things that we can sell. And the question is going to be, are we going to be able to load those up? We'll have to see. I'm kind of curious to see. I don't think Universal Auto Load works with Auto Drive. So we'll have to load that stuff in manually. But we're gonna go the speed lumber route because I've done like the FDR, like realistic blocking out and then, you know, processing all the stuff in manually loading. it takes a long time, and with this many trees to clear, um, we're not going to do that. We want to get to all aspects of the game. So we want to do farming, we want to do production lines, we want to do mining, we want to do logging. Obviously, with kind of taking a survival shot at this, we're going to do lumber first because we got to clear the land so that we can throw some fields on it. Alright, that being said, time to buy some land. I think we have a plan together on what we're going to do. We'll use this Area 41, yeah, which is, close encounters of a third kind. Um, and then, well, second kind. Wait, close encounters of the third kind was fourth kind? Close encounters, third kind, second kind. I don't remember now. I can't remember. What was the movie? Close Encounters of the Third Kind, right? That was that was the Alien movie. Now I'm looking it up. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. So this would be Close Encounters of the Second Kind in Area 41. Um, wait. Oh, I'm at the corner. This is the land behind us. How much was that one? 230. Hmm. We could buy this land now and then just work towards paying for the production. This one, oh, I kind of like that idea because this was a long stretch of trees. Let's, okay, this is 37.9 acres. That's half of that. Yeah, that's why. All right, we're gonna go with the bigger land. We're gonna shortcut our plan and buy that piece of land. That's where we're gonna start. And then we'll just start cutting across this way and clearing, and then we should have enough to start setting up our mining equipment up there. That's the plan. But we also need to buy this mill too, because we're going to want that production stuff there. Okay, in the meantime, let's see. We need to buy. First, we need to buy a place to sleep. Let's buy construction. And we're going to go to farmhouses. Eventually, we're going to do constructibles. We'll build ourselves a log cabin out here. That would look nice. But we have to be able to produce these materials in order to do that, and we can't do that yet. So that would be premature for us to set that up now. Like the buildable log cabin is probably where we're gonna go. We might do this log cabin. This one doesn't. Highlands Fishing expansion cabin. That one's not too bad. We might try that one out when we get there. But for now, farmhouses. We're going cheap. We could go really cheap and just do a single tent. Let's just do that. Let's go super cheap. Yeah, and I want free mode. Yes. That way it's not trying to level the land for us. I don't know if do we own the side? Like, is it just going to let me place anywhere? I don't want to place it on the wrong side and not be on our land, so I am going to, we're just going to camp out next to the road right there. Yeah, that's a beaut right there. Good. Alright, we have a place to sleep. That's the important thing. Now that we have that, we can start buying some equipment. Look how cute our little camo tent is. Oh, let's go check it out. I mean, that looks so good with the quad sitting out front. Look at that. We can just sleep right here. That's awesome. All right. Good purchase. Good purchase. I like it. All right. Now we need a way to cut down trees. We want a couple things. Um, First of all, we're gonna need what the lumberjack's favorite tool, which is gonna be our chainsaw. Um, let's go with. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna use an axe. That's just a little too archaic. Let's go with the steel. Do that. Okay. And then let's do. We'll get a fishing rod a little later. We want. Do I want? Hmm. Hmm. How do I want to do this? I think I'm gonna go right for. Ooh. Let's see. That's the log loader one. That would be a processor head one. But oh, the Doosan. I haven't done the Doosan one. I usually do the Hitachi because they're orange and I like the orange. The Doosan. We'll try a Doosan. We'll do this. These don't have a lot of options on them. Oh, default capacity 1x, extended capacity. What does that mean? Oh, it's the amount of gas. 500 liters, 4 miles per hour, 1250. Look at that tonnage. What the heck is that? What is that symbol? I don't know what that is. But anywho, regardless, I don't think we need the extra gas. I don't think it changes our horsepower. 275, 275. Now we're good. What was that top one? $10 a day cost on that. Yeah, we'll go with that. And hire purchase. That's weird. We'll buy. Oh, you know what? I almost put this in the wrong spot because we're gonna have these first ones delivered. We are not gonna go get these. All right, and we should have our chainsaw. Excellent. Oops, wrong button. Want this one. All right, so go back in. Just grab this quick. Buy that. That's good. And I think what we're gonna do with that, I find that I like for the head on this one, for the head, the head. Where is the head? There's the South Star. We could try the South Star. It's an orange one. I don't like the Wareth or the Wartath or Wartaw or whatever, however you say it. Not a fan. Not a fan. Just not. Yeah, let's try the South Star. I haven't really tried the South Star. Usually I'll do the Rebel, which I'm not seeing the Rebel. Where is the Rebel head? There. Forestry Rebel. The Axis Forestry Rebel. This is the one I normally do. But we'll give this one a try. Let's see how this goes. And go ahead and buy that. Cool. Let's go cut some trees, man. I'm done jacking around. No pun intended. All right. Hop in this bad boy. All right. Get on the right pedals here. Come on. Oh, you know what? Sometimes this happens. Why aren't you wanting to pick up that? Really don't want to pick it up. Oh, it's the wrong side. That's the roller. My bad. I'm like, why is that not wanting to pick up? Where is your attachment point? Oh, that'll work. There we go. We got ourselves a processor. Turn that bad boy on. Let's open it up. And let's go cut some trees down. Let's kill some trees. Let's see. We want 9-meter length, because that's going to be our sweet spot. I think. Hang on. Before I set that length, I want to take a look at our trailer lengths and see where we're at with that, because I want to get, like, I mean, we could use these ones, but then we got to manually load them. I don't want that. We're going to auto load these turds. Oh, let's see. So we have 12-meter, which would be 2 bunks of 6. 15-meter, which we could do 2 7s, I guess, with a little bit of space in between. In the 20, so we'll probably do the 20, and then we'll do two bunks of 9. So that should work out pretty good for that. And okay, so 9 will work. We can do 10. It's a little tight, but I don't. From what I've seen, from what I've heard, the 9-meter timber is your best sell point. So we'll do 9s, and we're at 9. That's good. And move up a little bit. Oop. The other way is up. There we go. Woo! And get that close to the ground. Get as much wood out of that as we can. Come on now. Close in on that tree. There we go. And we're just gonna throw this to the side and not even care about where it goes on the ground. I'm not gonna try and be pretty about it. We're going for speed, not did that. Excellent. Good. We didn't have anything left out of that tree. Alright, let's go, let's go. Let's go right along the road, and we'll work back from the road. I think that makes the most sense. That way we can drive the truck up and back and forth. And we'll have to see about stump clearing. I'm not quite sure what I want to do about that. I don't think I want to do them by hand. So we'll probably do something, some type of setup with a mulcher. Something with a mulcher on it. I don't know what yet. I mean, we could get the slow ass Pernith with the mulcher on the front, but I don't think I want that. I do not like the excavator mulchers because they're hard to control with any accuracy. I could do the the a tractor with the Brooks all-in-one on it. Uh, that one will also like clear trees without and basically turn them into mulch if we don't want to sell the lumber. That seems kind of wasteful to me, but it's a possibility. We want to clear things quickly. But I don't want to do that. I do prefer coming in from the side so I can see what I'm doing. And then I can just drop and move them that way. Out of my way and just keep going. And I do end up using the claws on it when I'm doing these, just because I like being able to grab it. The nice thing, sometimes you can get up and clear some branches out of your way too, with that. Then I drop it down a little bit, give it a cut, swing it out to the side, and then stack it up. And generally then the truck can go by and just pick them up. And with these timber trees, usually you don't have any issues with extra branches. The FDR head harvester heads usually will do a really good job of getting all the branches. I have noticed like sometimes on like other harvester mods, in even the vanilla ones, it'll randomly leave a branch here or there on them, and then you have to go, and it won't auto load if there's any branches left on the tree, which is a bit of a pain. I wonder if I have my stick drive controls set up for this. I don't think. I had at one point mapped some stick driving. No, okay. So I wouldn't have to take my hand off the stick in order to do that, but that's my look around. I could remap that, but I forgot about that one, that extra stick there from my view, so that I can, you know, look this way. Anything over there? Nope. Okay, good. Because sometimes I'll need to look around to find my tracks. Because I'll be not paying attention when I'm doing something and be like, where the heck are my tracks? Like, is that my track over there? Oh, if that's my track, I need to go this way. And then I'll look down a little bit. Oh, there it is. There's my track. So now I know I'm straight. And then I'll look forward again. But I need a way to basically steer it without having to take my hand off my farm stick. So I've got to map something to left and right that'll allow me to, when I'm doing this, be in work mode and not have to switch switch my hand. Why did my fuel go red? What the heck, man? Or was it red the whole time and I just didn't recognize it? Ah! Don't be like that. Now, if I had a crew, this would be, depending on the size of the crew, I would say that doing, splitting up the work, it could be faster with a buncher. And, so like, if I just had one more guy, I'd still do it this way, and then they could be driving the truck, and we'd be auto-loading at the same time. If I had 3 guys, I would say, have, well, let's see, what would I do with that one? Probably do one guy doing a buncher, then one guy forwarding the bunches up to a processor, and then processing. This is where I need to be able to steer, and I have to take my hand off my farm stick to do it. I don't like that. So I gotta find a way to steer with either something on my farm stick or something on my heavy side panel that I'm using for my second joystick for the crane controls. And then I won't have to use my wheel when I'm cutting trees this way. Let's see, so yeah, so one guy in a feller bunch are cutting trees down and stacking them. One guy in a skidder that would forward those stacks to a processing landing. And then when we finish out a block, then have, and then, well, then the processor guy could then run truck as well once he has enough processed, and let them catch up, because the processing tends to be a faster process than the other two. See, this is where I want it to steer the way my joystick's going. Oh! I know how I can do it. I have a drive mode. And when I'm in drive mode... Wait, but what does that change? Ooh. Ooh. Hello. Yeah, so I could toggle... I could use that toggle that I just used for my wheels for that. For driving. Depending on the mode. Now I wonder... Oh. Alright, let's see what I can do with my farm stick here. This is a little farm stick mapping. I forgot about that the farm stick has a mode switch on it. But I don't know what I don't know what it changes. Let's see, farm stick. I'm gonna look it up real quick. Farm stick mode switch. Sims task farm stick features a mode switch, usually the top trigger button 9, that toggles between driving and working modes. This allows users to access 2 sets of controls, effectively doubling the functionality of the stick's buttons and toggles with an LED indicator. So the top mechanism, the top rear trigger, often designated as button 9, allows for switching. Yeah, it changes the LED on it. Yes. Optimized for operating vehicles, tractors. Working mode optimized for operating machinery, loaders, cranes, and blah blah blah. Enables use of 6 plus additional actions using the same buttons. Designed for. It's designed for Farm Sim 2225. Yeah. I get that. Okay. So is that the orange buttons then that I get to remap? What? Hmm. What buttons are affected by the sim task, the farm stick it wants to separate it, stupid autocorrect. Farm stick mode button. The mode switch primarily affects the thumb operating controls on the top of the stick by toggling between driving and working modes. It changes the action. So the thumb wheel, which I don't use anyways. I don't know. The 2 rocker switches, which are also the orange ones, and the LED indicator. Okay, so it's those 3 that I can change the mode on. Okay. That's cruise control or camera control. Gearbox management, rocker switches, crane arms, or loader control. Alright, but I could remap those. So if we go to setting, oops, not setting, well, controls, that works. And we go out to our farm stick. And if I go to vehicle driving, so cruise control 26, 27, that's going to be our wheel, right? If I want to steer right and left, oh, yeah, wheel and pedal, I have that set on the, wait, oh, that's my side panel control deck. Okay, that's different buttons. This is my farm stick, right? So I have, right, S2 is my thumbstick. That's for look up, look right, left. Steer left and right, I have as, what is the right up and down? But I need that in, it's the orange mode that was, hang on, now I gotta see. Go back again. Okay. Yeah, so, oh, it is turning. Oh, okay, it's just really slow. Alright, cool. And I can change direction that way. Nice. Oh wait, is it steering? No. Doesn't feel like it's steering. If that's steering, it is steering. Well, no, it's steering. Where am I at, or on my tracks here? I lost my tracks again. See, I lose my tracks, and okay. Track is forward there. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to do a little test. Alright, so going forward, no stick, not touching anything. Where do we go? We go straight. Okay. Let's back up. Now, if I want to go towards that tree, and I'm in my drive mode setting, if I push up, nothing. Okay. Back up. And if I push down when I come forward, nothing. Okay. Alright, and that's not, this one pulls that in and out. Okay. Let's see, so this is my orange mode on my farm stick, and I want vehicle driving, and go to my farm stick. It says steer right and left. I don't know what this one is, but we're going to change it. So if I want to go right, for me that feels like up is the right direction. Okay. And then this would be left. Alright, let's save controls. I wonder what that other one was. Must have had it mapped to something else. Okay. Let's go back. So now, if I drive forward, oh yeah, now we're cooking with gas. Now I don't have to take my hand off the stick. Nice. And I can use my roller if I want by doing that. So I generally don't. It's usually when I'm dealing with something that's getting stuck that I'll use that. So I'll probably leave this in drive mode the whole time. And then I'll just switch if I need to. Because I'm using my side panel for the claws. Then trigger for the action. Trigger again for that. And with the FDR machines, you have to pretty much map your own stuff in. So that's what I'm using. So right now, I have my farm stick on my left hand, and I'm using my heavy equipment panel on the right. And I use the farm stick for the cab left and right, and then for the arm, this is the, if we look from the outside, that's the second arm up and down. Then for my heavy equipment panel, I have the left and right isn't used on this one, and then up and down on the main boom, like that. Then as for twisting action, on my right hand stick I have the twist for that. Then I have a button mapped to opening claws and closing the claws, and I have those right next to each other, and I have them down on the bottom near the stick so that they're just, I don't even have to take my hand off the stick to do that. Then for the saw action, I have the trigger on the farm stick. What other controls? Oh, and then on my second mode on my stick, I have the twist set to that, for that, and that's in my second mode on the heavy farm panel, and that's the stick rotation. I probably could have done it. I can also I could map that to the Z rotation on my farm stick, because I don't have that mapped to anything right now. And then for the drive, what I did is in drive mode, I have the left orange toggle set to up is right, and then down is left. and then I'm using my pedals for throttle. And then I use change direction on my gearbox. I don't use the pedal braking or stop and go braking. If you do, that's fine. I mean, do what you want. But I use the I use the direction change, and I have that mapped to a couple different things. The farm stick maps it automatically. There's an orange button that has forward back kind of on it, and you can use that. So I have that there, and you can see down in the corner it's going from drive to reverse. And then I also have a button mapped on my side panel that does it as well. So now I don't have to take my hands off to my wheel in order to cut trees down, which is really cool. I'm kind of happy about that. So now we can continue to process trees, and I should be even faster than I was before. I can't see. Can I trim you down from the top? Nope. It's only when they're on the ground that I can use the blades like that. I keep missing. I can't see where the base of this little tiny tree is. Well, that's too far. Is your trunk? Oh, alright. Well, apparently I cut it down. Alright, well, great. Alright, well, that's kindling anyways. Let's see, I don't want to lose my tracks. Oh yeah, that's great. I love it. That's nice because I can do multiple motions at once now. Oh, I had my claws closed. Can I see around this? Oh, there we go. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Shoot. Alright, this is going to be an ugly one. I forgot to turn my harvest head around. Sometimes, so little tip, if you need to rotate a tree, well, the FDR machines can rotate a tree once you start cutting it. Your vanilla ones, once you cut into that tree, you're locked, which is unfortunate, and I don't like that because I like being able to adjust as I cut. Alright, so that's that. And open up. And now move forward again. And steer to get this tree. Come on. What is your deal? What are you caught on? Go. Grab it, slam it, cut it, pull it, process it. Ooh, yeah, something was not happy there. I'm getting all kinds of weird jerkiness. Jerky. Alright. Oop. Lost my tracks again. think we'll make this second pass back to the tent, and then I think we'll have enough for a truckload and pick up a truck that we can auto load onto. Now, universal auto loader, sometimes I found it to kind of work for trees, but not really. I don't know, it's kind of weird. But those Fiegel auto load ones are great. Those are definitely my recommended. Like, I can't see what I'm doing here. I don't like it when the tree branches are in my way. No, oops, I bumped a control there. Sorry, I'm not used to controlling camera with my thumb. I just got my farm stick, like, I'm still kind of getting used to playing with it and using it for controls. So you'll have to excuse me if I'm a little jerky. Come on, get on there, you turd. Come on, go to your home. Ah! Ooh, gotcha. Oh, of course, I'm on the wrong side of the tree again. Oops. Don't cut it there. Cut it there. What? Why the heck? Oh. Why is it saying drop tree from harvester? That's weird. Alright, let's get back in the cab. Now that I've got that tree under control. That was the worst time I've had getting a tree cut in a long time. Usually not that awful. Who knows? Whatever. Whatever. Come on. I'm doing something wrong here. There we go. Got it. Sometimes I swear I'm faster with a chainsaw than I am with some of this heavy machinery. But then I gotta come through and pick it, the processing is not faster with the chainsaw. I will tell you that. It is definitely faster with one of these guys. But sometimes felling, I feel like I can fell trees faster with a chainsaw than with using a machine. And it doesn't take up diesel fuel. But alright. Well, there's our tent. We're almost at the end of this line. We'll get this stuff sold off, and then I think we'll call it for the day. Since we spent most of it just reviewing the map. Uh-oh. I didn't let it fall all the way. I went too fast on my trigger. Now we're gonna whip trees around. Oh, come on. There you go. Oh, that was a big one to mess up on too. That was a 4-section tree. That's Alright. Well, now we're all twisted around. Let me see if I can grab this, get it off my tracks. So making mistakes is how you get really good at using your vehicles, because you'll have to get your muscle memory and your feel right for being able to correct your mistakes, until you can get smooth. And like that, the first couple times I made that kind of a mistake, it took me probably 20 minutes to rectify my situation. But now, you know, I've made enough mistakes that I can correct things pretty quick. Loading is a different story though. For some reason, my manual loading, I have a hard. I still can't seem to get to where my manual loading is decent enough that I'm like, I don't want to not auto load. There's some frustrating things about it to me that, and I don't know if it's the game physics or if it's me, but for some reason manually loading trucks is extremely painful and takes a long time. And the auto load works so well that it's almost not worth it. It's something that I definitely won't be streaming anytime soon because I spend all my time stacking up trucks, and you know, if I'm playing for myself, I may practice it now and then. It just depends on what my goals are. If I'm just putzing around and don't really care how much time it takes, then I might manually load trucks. Sometimes it just depends on the game I want to play too. Like if I'm playing kind of like hardcore survival, I'm like trying to do everything with the least amount of help as possible. So maybe not using like store deliveries or teleports or that kind of thing. Try and keep some of the realism there for my own game. But a lot of that just means it takes longer in the game to do stuff. Which, you know, when you're streaming, you probably don't want to just watch somebody struggle for 2 hours to, you know, get a load of logs onto a truck. It's just not good entertainment. It's like, oh look, you screwed up another log. I don't know. Maybe you do. If you want to see that, you know, let me know. I'll switch it up for you. You know, I'll put myself in struggle mode and see how bad it is. Especially on a 16x map, that could be quite. Because if we take out store deliveries so that nothing can be store delivered, and we can't teleport to vehicles, that's going to be a lot of running around. If we you know, oh, that was weird. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, we may have messed up. I may have over-twisted that one and caused an issue. See, this is the kind of stuff you gotta get good at fixing. Because now we're in a weird orientation. And we gotta figure out how do we get it back into the saw. And the answer is not that way. Because it's kind of riding on our... Okay, I think we got it. You gonna let me reset it out there? Yes, sir. And then we're gonna bring it in halfway, but before we cut it, I'm going to turn it. Like that. No, like that. And we're hitting the trees over there. So bring it out of the trees. We can drop it there. That's fine. I just didn't want it dropping on my tent. Cool. Then we can bring that down and it'll bring it out even further. See, those are the types of things that you, when you're first doing it, you're gonna be like, oh great, well now what do I do? And eventually you get the muscle memory for that kind of thing that you're like, ah, it's not a big deal. It'll just take me a couple minutes to fix that. And that's the same with any of the stuff. It's, you know, there's no winning or losing in this game. It's just take it at your own pace. If you wanted to do, you know, farm a figure 8 field, go for it. It doesn't have to be square. You know, we could stop harvesting wood right now and plow the little bit of land that we have and create a field just out of that if we wanted to. And you know, we don't have to be in straight rows. It's whatever you want it to be. It's open world farming. So do whatever you want. There's no right or wrong. There's less efficient, less yield. You know, not making as much money out of it as you can. But you know, at the end of the day, it's a game. Have fun. Alright, and that's the last tree on this pass. Oh, hit our four-wheeler. Cool. Alright. Now we'll open that up. I'm going to turn it off. And let's drive it out of here. Actually, you know what? Let's drive it back here. And line it up for our next row. Cool. Alright. Turn that off. Oh, is it raining? It is. Doesn't look like rain. Sounds like rain. Alright, now we need a truck. Let's go big. Let's go with something that we can tow a lowboy with. Where is our logger Mac? Not the super. We'll just go with the regular logger Mac. I like these. Oh, you know, I could do that. I like these universal ones. This is the RGC edit. We'll do this one. And we're going to get just the regular one. And we're going to juice the engine to the big engine. And then wheel setup. I think I like the... Which one did we have? This one? Is that the one that doesn't cost anything? Yeah. Oh, we can do 2. No, that one was 500. That's the 0. We'll go with the default wheels. Default capacity. That's just fuel capacity, isn't it? Unrealistic capacity. Alright, we'll just do default. Bumper. What bumper do we like? I think I like... Wait, what? That's type 1. That's type 2. Type 1, type 2. I like the one with the lights on it. Main color. New Holland blue. Thank you very much. License plate. There we go. And we got 666 horsepower. That should be good enough for a logging truck. Buy that. I'll buy that for $68,000. And then we go back. Let's get our auto load trailer. And we said we wanted the 20. Don't think there's any configuration standard. Trailer hitch. I don't think we need a trailer hitch on something that big. Wheel brand. I like the trail blogs. I think that's our only two options, yeah. Wide tires. Main color. New Holland blue. Select that. And our rim color. Oh, we can't do orange. Go black. And let's back. Change our main color to our Shoten orange. Bang. Those are the senior honcho colors. Alright. We will buy that. Okay. And let's get it all hooked up and let's get some wood to the mill. Alrighty. Squeeze this in here. Whoa, easy there, fella. Let's see my awesome CDL skills. Or lack thereof. Come on, get in there. Darn it. Can't get it to hit my trigger point. Come on, attach. I know you can attach to this truck. There it is. Alright. Now, figure out how we're going to get turned around here. I think we got enough room here to... it's going to be close. Man, this is a long trailer. Holy crap. Okay. We got to set a couple things up now. Unfold. And... yeah, 2 piles. Good. Unload side. Left. Yes, that's... oh, auto load. Switch auto load to right. Okay, no, we're good. And we're going to start auto loading. Ooh, no, we already got some. Awesome. Okay. Now we want to go slow because they'll shift if we don't go slow enough. And as long as our trailer is green, we're in auto load mode. I don't want to go over probably 2 or 3. As soon as I see it pop in, I want to stop. Caught up on the log. I'm going to turn that off for a second while I back up. Come forward again. Line up on the side. Turn it on. Pick those up. Strap that in. So we're getting close to the top there. Are we still? We're still on pile 1. Swing out. Grab these. Oh, I thought I turned that off. Oh, I guess I didn't. Okay. And we want to switch sides. That will turn it off. We'll loop around. I don't know if we're going to get those. We might have to get those on our way back. Let's see. Well, we picked up some of it. Now we're switched to pile 2, so now we're loading in the back. Oh, we got them all. Good. Alright, I'm gonna since we're on that back pile now, I'm gonna go ahead and switch to the, or restrap everything down. Because it's gonna be a little bumpy on this part of the pickup. I know it seems like this is slow, but this is so much faster than manual loading, it's not even funny. Oh, we turned off. Every now and then, you'd be like, why am I not picking up any logs? Because sometimes when it's rocky, it'll think that it's full. Especially since now I have that one log that's kind of hanging out on top. Come on, load to the other side. There we go. I needed a big one to roll in there. So now we're getting close to full. Gauge that just about right with 2 passes with the harvester to a full trailer. go ahead and strap that in so I don't lose it. And then we'll see if we can get the rest of the wood picked up. See if we can move around our four-wheeler. Little nudge. Okay, we don't have any wood back over here. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to switch sides again. And I'm going to turn. This is going to be tricky. Yeah. Kind of ease it through the trees a little bit. Uh-oh. I didn't ease it quite enough. This long trailer is a problem. But we'll make it work. We'll make it work. Alright, so I'm not going to make that turn, so I'm going to have to back this bad boy up. That is not the direction I wanted to go. Uh-oh. Maybe. I might have to go down the road into a bigger opening. Be able to turn around. I can do it. So we're going to back into our four-wheeler. Pull forward. Get my back end lined up on the road. Boy. Tight, 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 tight. Okay. Now, let's see if I can do something with that. Yes. Swing that way. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. A little faster. No, I didn't want you to swing that way. I kind of gunned it a little too hard, but that'll work. That'll get me going the other direction. Alright, I think we only missed a couple little pieces. So this will work out pretty good. We'll just kind of pick them up one at a time here. Huh. It doesn't want to pick that one up. What's your deal? What is your deal? Oop, there it goes. Alright. Restrap after each one of these pickups. Ooh, 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 easy there, fella. This one should pick up just fine, though. Sometimes when you're perpendicular to the logs, it has a hard time sensing them. Like that, for some reason, is not picking up. One way to really, there it goes. It got it that time. Alright, we got everything picked up. Let's go sell this off. Okay. And up to our sell point. Sell our wood. All of it went. $55,000 for that truckload. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, well, that pretty much takes care of us for the day. Oh, we'll just head back to camp and call it a day. I may continue off camera and clearing some of this. I may not. I don't know. We'll see. Generally, if I'm playing, I like streaming, but I do need to figure out. Oh, well, maybe it is my internet. I do need to figure out how to keep my frames from dropping so much. So I will look into that so that the stream's a little bit better. I think I've been having issues with that on other games too. Maybe that's why I'm not getting too many repeat viewers. So I'll look into that offline and maybe clear some more trees in my downtime. But uh, really cool to see the 16x map back in action, and looking forward to getting further in this, getting some production set up, and getting across the map on a long haul when we have to send things to the bank. So, but for right now, we're close to the mill, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, and we're gonna spend a wet night in the tent. Is what we're gonna do while it's raining outside. But until next time, I'm Senior Honcho. Thanks for watching and doing. Oh, the rain stopped. Yay. Uh, until next time, I'm Senior Honcho. Thanks for watching and doing all the clicky stuff you do on your end, your likes, your dislikes, whatever. Um, and we'll see ya. Adios.